So Mercury retrograde, what does it mean? Okay. Mercury retrograde happens about 3 times a year. It is sheerly an optical illusion. Hey, Gina. It's an optical illusion. It looks like, if you look up into the sky, that Mercury, the planet, is going backwards. Backwards. Hey, Kristen. How are you? Welcome. Looks like Mercury is going backwards, but it's not going backwards. It's an optical illusion. But if you know anything about Mercury retrograde, or if you're new here and you have no idea, I'm going to explain a little bit. Not too much, and I want to make your brains explode because there's a lot of stuff that goes along with this. But Mercury, the planet, is like the planet of messages, okay? So they say that this will cause problems with any kind of messaging. Hi, Susan. So that means mail. That means contracts, that means emails, that means going live on this platform. Whatever it means is going to be some messes up with communication. It happens. So usually what people say is, during this time, don't sign any contracts. If you are traveling, give yourself extra time to travel. So for instance, like if you're flying somewhere, don't be flying by the seat of your pants into the freaking airport. Like, give yourself time, because there will be delays. So that what that means is accident on the road, okay? There could be a mix up with your tickets, like all these like little things, these little nuances. So that's kind of like, in a nutshell, what you want to be really like focusing on. But here's the deal. What I always tell people is, every Mercury retrograde, just like every different thing that happens in the, astrology or in the universe with the planets, with the stars, with the moon and all these things, every time is something different. So I have been kind of channeling the last couple days of like, what does this Mercury retrograde mean to everyone, including myself? And like I said, it's like the typical stuff, like try not to sign contracts, give yourself time to travel. When you send an email, make sure it's curated the right way so you don't offend people, because people are going to like take what you say and kind of like, whoa, what was that all about? But you didn't really mean to be mean. They're just taking it that way because communication gets messed up. Okay, I already said that. But this Mercury retrograde, and what my spirit guides have been telling me, is this is a time of deep reflection and self-care. So taking the next almost month to take a step back and say like, okay, what am I doing with my life? Where do I desire to go going forward? What is making me happy? What is serving my highest, greatest good? What is making me like jump out of bed in the morning and get up and like, get on the good foot and do the bad thing or whatever? And really sitting with yourself and reflecting. Because what's happening right now is, things are starting to open up because COVID, the masks are being, the mandates are being lifted and all these different things are happening. And I see firsthand, thank you, darling. I see firsthand people starting to speed up again. And during this Mercury retrograde, it's a time to slow down and take a consensus of like what you're actually doing and where you're going, and all of what happened to you in the last like year and few months, and how you were kind of forced by God, by the universe, by this, coronavirus to slow down, but not allowing yourself to go back to the old ways. Because even me, I started feeling like, oh my God, you're speeding up again and you're starting to go back to the old ways, and it's not serving my highest, greatest good. So what am I going to do for the next month? And what I would love for you guys to do in the next month. So this is what I'm going to do. Remember how I said Mercury retrograde is all about communication? So communicating with others. I'm going to have some communication with myself. I'm going to flip the script of Mercury retrograde, and I'm going to commune with myself, and I'm going to ask myself, like, what do I really desire? And what do I really want? And what is making me happy? And are certain people in my life and certain things that I'm doing really serving me? And, it's not all about money. It's not all about fame. It's not all about material things. It's also about God and your soul and your spiritual practices and what is actually serving your evolution here on earth. So take this time over the next couple weeks to have communication and commune with yourself. Stop worrying about communication with everybody else. Yes, Mercury retrograde, you want to make sure that when you are communicating, it's on point because you will get tested. But more importantly, communing with you, yourself, your soul, your spirit, your mind, your heart, and asking your true authentic self, like what is actually serving you? And if you're lying to yourself, stop lying to yourself. I've been lying to myself about so many things in my life. And remember, like, I have spiritual practices every day that I do, and I have evolved so much in the last decade, but there's still deeper work to do. Okay, so take this time during Mercury retrograde to have communion with yourself, to communicate with your true authentic self, and ask that soul, that spirit, whatever you believe in, what do you want? And what are you lying to yourself about? And what is truly serving your highest, greatest good? And what needs to move so that you can step into what I call living life ambitiously, right? Being the HBIC, the head bitch in control of your magical life. So take the next couple weeks to do this. If you need any help, I'm always here. You can always inbox me here on Instagram. Just DM me. I always answer my DMs. I'm pretty good about that. If you want to have deeper relation with me and my crew, the Ambitious Movement, get on over to my website, kbmfc.com. Just click down on the little hamburger and it will say join the community, join that community, and that's where the real conversations in my life are happening. The deeper communications with all of the women that have joined this Ambitious Movement, and it's near and dear to their heart, and it's something that they just resonates with them deeply. Okay. So you have been warned, you have been put on notice that today is the first day of Mercury retrograde. Don't say I didn't tell you. And take this time to have deep communication with your true self and watch your whole life just blossom and explode with all of God's goodness. I love you guys. Have an amazing day. If you have any questions, just ask here. I'm going to share this now. Mwah. Bye.